quick word about sterile, you know, seedling mixes, sterile seedling mixes in organic gardening. What? That makes no sense. Sterile seeding mix in an organic garden? It makes no sense. And what's more is that, if you plant your seeds out in your garden directly, well, that's not sterile. Yet the plants seem to do just fine. Yet somehow you gotta have sterile seeding mix in order to start your seeds off. So here's the thing. I just don't believe in all this sterile seedling mix stuff. I've never had any problems, and why should I worry about it now? So to each his own. If you want the sterile mix, go buy it and use it, but because that's the ultimate reason why they want you to get it, because you have to buy their stuff every season. Or you got to go through some complicated thing to bake it in the oven and all that kind of stuff. Or you could just go use it and plant your seeds and be done with it and just let them do what they're naturally designed to do. Look at all this grass and stuff. Look at that there. Look at all that cover crop there. Was that topsoil sterile when I planted that, all that stuff? Yet look at how it's growing here in the middle of winter. It's doing just fine. And yet you gotta have the sterile seedling mix. You know, that compost pile and leaf mold there? That's not sterile, and yet it's all kinds of stuff is happening. Sterile seeding mix in an organic gardening makes no sense whatsoever. So all right, pet peeve. Kind of in mad scientist mode, and so I'm kind of mad. So I don't really buy into the whole sterile seeding mix thing. I just go with leaf mold. I get sand, and if I have perlite or vermiculite, I'll throw that in there as well, and I'll just use that, and I'm done. People talk about, well, you gotta have sterile seeding mix, and yet the plants in their natural environment don't have a sterile environment to start off, and yet the whole planet is green. You look across the globe and there's green plants everywhere. In the middle of winter, you got all this green everywhere, and yet these plants didn't have a sterile seeding mix, and yet somehow in modern Western society, we've decided that you have to have sterile seeding mix in order to start a garden. And I think that's just bogus, and it's pretty obvious that the only reason to do that is so you can go buy, 50-pound bags of their sterile stuff, and I just think that's just a big load. Okay, but anyway, that's my personal opinion, and you're entitled to yours as well. Let me know what you think about that. Let me know what you think about all these sterile mixes and all that kind of thing. Rate, comment, comment right below there, and just let me know what you think. I mean, I'm serious. I really want to know. And what has been your experience with with sterile mixes versus non-sterile mixes in an organic garden that all depends on bacteria and fungus anyway? So let me know what you think about that, guys. I just had to, it's out here seeing ups and lads. I just had to get that off my chest. All right, check you guys later.